Hello and a very warm welcome to today's video. Now in today's video we've got something very exciting indeed, because one of our prayers has actually been answered. You see, when they released QuickBooks Online Trainer, we loved the product, we loved the potential of the product, but there was a few things that were missing feature parity wise from what it was replacing. Remember that QuickBooks Self-Employed? Some of you are probably still using that, right? And one of the reasons people were reluctant to move from QuickBooks Self-Employed to QuickBooks Online Trainer was because of certain missing features, and one of them being rules. Now I'm really excited to tell you that rules has finally arrived in QuickBooks Online Trainer. So we're going to go and have a look at it, see what it can do, see the perks, see the pros, see the cons, have a look at it all, basically have a good time with it. So strap in as we go and see exactly why QuickBooks Online Trainer's new glow up is exactly what we've all been wanting for. Let's have a look. Well, hello there everybody and a very warm welcome to this video. My name is Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, certified UK trainer with a fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Bookkeeping, and your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning for Ask the Accountant. Now, in today's video, we're going to go straight into it because this is really exciting, right? This is the opportunity for you to set rules within QuickBooks Online Trainer, meaning that every time a transaction comes through, the AI goodness, the AI auto categorization will not be implemented on this one. In fact, what will be implemented is exactly what you wanted it to be. I can't wait to show you exactly how it is. So let's just not mess around too much more. Let's get straight into it. All right then, so as you can see in front of me here, I'm in QuickBooks Online Trainer. Now, one thing I always need to remind people of is QuickBooks Online Trainer, if you're an accountant, if you're a user, you're going to see two different versions of it. This one here is when I log in as my accountant, but when I show you this one here, this one is when I log in as the client. And I'm going to show that on this one, these features are both exactly the same as well if you're in a client or if you're in as a accountant. So first of all, where is it? If I go to the transactions area on your far left hand side, you'll notice we now have a rules tab ready and waiting. Again though, just to prove on the client side, if I go to the transactions one, go down there, you'll see rules is the bottom one there, and we're going to see the both of them. So we're not going to go jumping in and out and everything else. We're just going to concentrate on the accountant side. But just remember that it doesn't matter if you're an accountant or if you're in a client, you're going to see the same one. Now, first of all, what can you see in front of me? Well, you'll see I've already started to try and put a few rules into place, see how they work, all that sort of stuff. But basically, it's really straightforward. This is a list of the rules you currently have active. I can see the date that I created them, the rule that I've created, what I want it to be renamed, and more on what that means in a moment, what use it is it business or personal, and what category you'd like to put it to. And on the right hand side I have my action area where I can edit the rule itself, and we'll talk through that when we come to actually creating a brand new rule, and I can actually delete the rule as well. Now, overall, really positive this changes here, but there's a few things that I'm a little bit confused about. One of them is, curiously at the top here, it says 3 out of 30 rules created. Now, I haven't gone and added 30 plus rules at this moment in time, but I can guarantee that at the point that you get to 30 and then you press the new rule again, you're going to get some sort of error message, some sort of issue, some sort of restriction in place. So just remember that. I'm not a great fan of this idea that we can only have 30 rules. But hey, I suppose that's one of the reasons they want you to move up maybe to the simple start and above, because I suppose if you have more than 30 rules, you're probably a little bit more complicated. There's probably a reason behind it. But what do the rules do? Well, basically the rules will interact with the business transaction or bank transaction, let's say, area that I have here. And I've already got this one rule in place. Look, this rule here, when it says QuickBooks chap, I want it to go to meals and entertainment. I can see straight away that that's been interacted by the rule because it has a rule next to it. Below that though is a transaction that actually I've already edited since I've done that, and it's not. And all the other transactions below that don't have rules associated. So let's go build our very first rule. And for this one, what I want to do is I want to go into here, I want to press new rule, and the description is, and that basically is what the description is going to appear within the bank transactions area. So you can call that whatever comes through. And basically you're trying to figure out what it is that's going to trigger this particular rule. So I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to say Aaron comes through. So if I transfer money in or money out, I want this to come through as a transaction from there. Then I want to say, what do I want to do? And I can change the name of it so that I can make it maybe more appropriate. So on my last one, I changed it to QuickBooks Chat. I'm going to put Test 2. And then I can say, well, what do I want to do with this? When this rule is triggered, what do I want to happen? For example, I could say that every time Aaron comes in, I want to make it a personal transaction, and I'm going to say it's a personal expense that it's going to go to, or maybe even personal income that has come through. Now, when I press save, rule already exists. So that basically means that because I already have a rule for Aaron, I can't do it again. So I'm just going to put Aaron Patrick. All right, so as simple as that. Now when I go back to the bank transactions area, if I was to generate that rule, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just create a transaction in that bank so that we can see how that interacts. So in theory, it's going to be that rule that we have in place. Now, while that's refreshing, I'm just going to explain to you what rule I had in place. And the rule was, every time the description Aaron is seen, it wants to always rename it as QuickBooks Chap, and in this case, business, and mark it as meals and entertainment. Now, crucially, if I were to say, actually, no, car and van is the one I want it to go to now, and I went back to bank transactions, and I'm just waiting for it to pull in the latest transactions, notice how I changed that rule, and that one still is meals and entertainment. And actually anything else that says Aaron hasn't actually been affected. And that's really important by rules. Rules will only work on transactions going forward. They won't ever go and retrospectively change anything for you going backwards. So you've got to think of rules of you basically putting a place in for the future of how you want future transactions to go through. Now, if you want to change historical transactions, it's dead easy actually on QuickBooks. If I was to put the word Aaron in, all of my transactions with the word Aaron would come in, and then I'll be able to change them. Actually, I can change them all in one go by, let me refresh, by ticking this box here, and then I could assign the category and go through from there. And that ability for you to change the name makes it really easy to find that in this list as well. Because I could now, if I do the QuickBooks chat, it's only going to show the ones that have come through from there. Now, interestingly, it's brought that transaction in, and it ignored me wanting it to be car and van expense. Maybe because I did it a bit too soon, maybe it had come through. But going forward, it should now do car and van expense on all the ones. But see what it's done. That transaction's come through, I've just created. It's changed the name, and if I go to this little edit button here, I can see it was renamed from Aaron. It's put it to the category meals and expense and entertainment, which was the original rule that was in place, and then it's basically put it to the right area. So with this, you can automate the transactions as soon as they arrive, right? As soon as a transaction appears in QuickBooks, you can say from now on in, I want it to do this, I want it to go there, and go through from there. Love rules, and that's one of the things we loved about QuickBooks Self-Employed. What we love about QuickBooks Online is all of those rules options makes it really easy for you to get this and put them through. Right, now, that's the rules in a nutshell of what they do. As you can see, you go through from there. As you can see, you can only have 30 of them, so that's just a restriction to be aware of. Now, my only point of contention at this point is the rules don't seem to have as much elements for us to go in and really put that detail in that we kind of used to from QuickBooks Self-Employed and also from QuickBooks Online. Now, I never expected this to mimic exactly QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online is a whole different version of QuickBooks and has a lot more complicated elements to it, right? So I was never expecting this to be something completely the same. But I was expecting a few more bells and whistles. For example, when I press new rule here, I can only interact with the description, and I have to get the description exactly right. In QuickBooks Online, I can say the phrase like contains. So I could have it contains the word Aaron. When it contains the word Aaron, then it does this. You know, I've got Aaron and I've got Aaron Patrick there. I imagine it goes down in order options from there, and you can only, you know, if you put the same name in, it's going to come up with a message anyway, right? But if I don't get it exactly right, this rule won't come into play. And sometimes in banks, you know, the name of the transaction can vary depending on the month it's in. Like bank charges, for example, you could have bank fee or bank charge, but normally they're going to say bank charge May 2025, for example, right? This way, because we can't say contains bank charge, we'd have to have 12 rules in place just to get the bank rules to go in properly. They're the sort of things that not or restricting how we actually trigger the rules is difficult. And also there's no numbers involved here, right? So normally I'd like a rule to say you know, it's Aaron, but it's below £100, it goes here. But if it's above £100, for example, it needs to go to that category. That's what I'd like to see going forward. And my final thing that I'd love to see implemented later down the line is split functionality, because split's where we really get the exciting bit. For example, you could have it that every time your eBay money came in, you split, you know, 10% or whatever your fee is going to be, 10% goes to here, and the rest, the remainder, goes to income. And it can automatically gross up your income for you if you had some things like that. That's where I feel like this is kind of missing at the moment. Kind of needs that little bit of extraness to be able to come through. But at the end of the day, we finally get rules, and I'm really excited for rules to be here. I just can't wait for hopefully get a little bit of an updates there, so we can really hit the ground running on how it's going to be. But you can see straight away, easy to spot the rules. Don't know if you can filter yet by ones that have got rules on. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it, that we could filter them there. And you know, as I've kind of shown here, if I was to go in it and was to press and edit and was to change it for any reason whatsoever, maybe I want to make it personal, that one, press save, the phrase rule will disappear. And it's as if rules never existed on that transaction. The rule has now disappeared, meaning we can't go in, or that rule won't appear going forward. So I'm really happy we've got rules. Absolutely, you know, it's one of those prayers that's been answered, and you know, we can really recommend this product even more. I just wish, you know, we'll get some extra bits of elements to it just to really make this useful for us, for our clients going forward. I'm really keen on being able to kind of go in, and one of the other bits that QuickBooks Sole Trader does, QuickBooks Online does really well, is when I'm in a transaction, I'd have a little prompt here to create a rule based on it. I think that's really useful, right? You know, I'm in this transaction, let's create the rule based on that information, based on the name, whatever it needs to be, and then going forward I can say, right, I want this transaction to be X, Y, Z going forward. So there we have it. There's the rules. Let me know below. Have you been playing around with the rules yet? What do you think? Do you think they are good, bad, indifferent? Let me know. I'm really happy that it's come through. There's only a couple of things now that we need in QuickBooks Sole Trader to really be at that point where we can start, you know, properly pushing it out there. At the moment, we have to kind of decide on a case-by-case basis if QuickBooks Sole Trader is right for a client. But I think a couple little tweaks, like let's make receipt capture work properly as intended. Let's, you know, make sure that our taxes are being updated for use of home and mileage going forward. I think once we've got those elements in there, this product is going to be an absolute no-brainer. And for the world of making tax digital, it couldn't come at the better time. Right, thank you very much for watching this video. Remember, if you like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And if you want to know more information about the world of QuickBooks, you're in the right place. So make sure that you like, subscribe, everything else that comes along with it, so that you're the first person to know what's happening in the world of QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Sole Trader. My name is Aaron Patrick. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment down below if there's any questions you have about it and I can help with, or if there's anything you've seen in QuickBooks Sole Trader that I've not covered yet. Is there anything new there that I've missed out on? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to do a whole video about it. My name is Aaron Patrick. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to this new series. Hello and welcome to this video. 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 Alright, let's get it set. Let's do this. Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, I'm aware we go live every Monday.
The next generation is about everyone else that missed it.
Yeah. So current. All right, you've told us what you love about the industry, but what would you change about the industry?
Where do I start?
During that period of time, where did everyone turn to? Their accountant, their advisor, their bookkeeper, and you all did phenomenal work for small business.